reported from a Tokyo-based clinical study where targeted movement programs led to a reduction of sciatica-related pain by over 50% in older adults. The real breakthrough is not that relief happened, but that it came from restoring spinal movement instead of chasing pain in the leg. And this matters deeply because according to the National Institute of Neurological Disorders, up to 40% of seniors experience sciatica or nerve-related leg pain, with risk rising after 60. The encouraging news is that Japanese studies show gentle spinal movements can restore nerve space and function, and that's exactly what we will show you today. Welcome back to another episode of the Senior Health Podcast, where East meets West to help you stay strong, steady, and independent. In a few minutes, we are uncovering the 3 movements that directly relieve pressure on the sciatic nerve and help you move with confidence again. And as always, Japan's oldest doctor is guiding us. Doctor, how important is this episode? So important, John, because many seniors are told nerve pain is something they must tolerate or suppress with medication. But the exercises I am about to share show how simple movements can calm the nerve itself and give seniors back years of comfortable movement. And the research speaks for itself, right? The level of change we see due to these exercises is rarely seen with medication alone. It really is remarkable, John. But before we begin, please share with us in the comments your age and where you are watching from, since we love to know more about our audience. That offer really lands because so many seniors feel like they are doing everything right and still living around nerve pain that quietly limits their days. Yes, and I hear that often in my clinic late in the evening when seniors finally admit how much it has changed their confidence. Why sciatica is misunderstood. After 60, many believe sciatica lives in the leg because that is where the pain speaks the loudest. But the nerve is only reporting a problem that usually begins much higher and much earlier. That reframing alone feels relieving because it explains why so many stretches never quite solve the problem. Exactly. And this misunderstanding leads seniors to chase relief in the wrong place. They stretch the calf, the hamstring, even the foot, and feel brief comfort. Meanwhile, the true pressure near the spine quietly remains. I see that too, and it explains the frustration I hear when seniors say the pain always comes back by morning. Yes, and there is another layer that often gets missed after 60. In younger adults, sciatica is more likely linked to a disc injury that comes and goes. In seniors, it is usually related to gradual narrowing in the spine that builds silently over years. That difference changes everything about how we approach relief. That helps make sense of why walking can feel helpful one day and punishing the next. It also explains why so many seniors blame themselves for losing stamina. The key here is to remove blame from the body. Aging spines adapt differently, and nerve space becomes more sensitive to posture and movement. This does not mean damage is inevitable. It means the strategy must match the biology of this stage of life. I appreciate that compassion because fear often keeps seniors frozen. When pain feels mysterious, it is hard to move with confidence. Of course, and fear tightens the body even more. I have seen seniors limit their steps, shorten their stride, and hold tension without realizing it. That tension further compresses the nerve. Once they understand what is really happening, the body often softens almost immediately. That softening is powerful because it gives seniors back a sense of control. It turns pain from a threat into a signal. Yes, and signals are meant to guide us, not frighten us. Sciatica is the body asking for space and calm in the right places. When seniors learn where that space comes from, relief becomes logical rather than mysterious. That idea of space feels important, especially for listeners who feel boxed in by pain. It makes me wonder how quickly the body can feel that change once the right approach is used, often much faster than seniors expect. Sometimes the first sign is not less pain, but a feeling of ease or warmth. That is the nerve realizing it is no longer being crowded. And when that happens, the body is ready to respond. That pause right there feels meaningful. When the body is ready, it feels like an opening. That's correct. Now, I am curious how you help seniors experience that opening safely at home. When you think about everything you have seen over the years, what is the very first exercise or position you start with to help that relief begin? I usually begin by helping seniors feel relief before asking them to move at all. And the first step is choosing a calm, comfortable place where the body can fully rest. That sense of safety is what allows the spine to soften and the nerve to breathe again. That already sounds different from what most seniors expect when they hear the word exercise. Yes, and that difference matters. Exercise 1. Position for immediate relief. I ask seniors to lie on their back and place their lower legs on a chair, couch, or bed, so the knees are gently bent and supported. This position lets the lower spine settle naturally without effort. I can picture that clearly, and it feels doable, even on a painful day. Should seniors be adjusting anything else once they are in that position? They should start by noticing the breath and letting the lower back gently flatten without pushing it down. The feet should feel heavy and relaxed, almost as if they are melting into the support beneath them. When done correctly, there is no strain, only a sense of easing. That reminds me of patients who say relief feels subtle at first, not dramatic. They often wonder if something so gentle can really help. That is very common. This position works because it reduces compression at the spinal levels where the sciatic nerve is often irritated after 60. As the pressure eases, blood flow improves, and the nerve becomes less reactive. Many seniors notice warmth or a quiet release traveling down the leg within minutes. That warmth description is powerful because it gives seniors something real to listen for. How long do you usually suggest they stay there? I always encourage seniors to remain in the position for 5 to 10 minutes or longer if it feels comforting. There is no rush and no target to hit. This is about letting the spine rest in a way it rarely does during the day. I hear that a lot in seniors who spend hours sitting or standing without true spinal rest. It feels like permission to finally let go. Exactly. And this is why I call it a position rather than an exercise. Seniors can use it once a day or several times during flare-ups without fear. Over time, the body begins to trust that relief is possible. That trust changes how everything else feels. That trust piece really stands out. It feels like the moment where confidence quietly returns. And once confidence returns, the spine becomes ready for something more active. This is also when gentle warmth can help, because a simple heat pack over the lower back encourages blood flow and lets the muscles soften even further. That added warmth often makes it easier to invite movement and create more space. But that next step only works if this first sense of relief has truly been felt. That makes me curious about how you